Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater. After initiating a member of their fan club into following them, Cersei and Juan retired to the witch hut, while Sazerac the Great drank with Harlock and Morrigan. Meanwhile, with Viva unconscious, Alec and the Bronze Wizard fled from the Medusa and her zombie Grimlock horde, and trapped themselves in one of the nearby caverns. We met Archaon the Ever-Chosen, bird-shaped psychopomp charged by his deity to watch over Cersei and ensure life and death continued unencumbered, and we followed him around the great graveyard, finishing off the nearby undead. And now, Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues.
So you can roll a stealth, and you get to add some very high number, I believe it's 10 to it while you're invisible. But you still have to beat a 41. I wouldn't count on it.
I don't need a 41? Yeah, no, I'm not going to roll that up.
Yeah, this Tombstone Fairy can detect you moving around even though you're invisible. So she's still going to come swinging at you. Try to get her some bird meat.
She's not undead, is she? No.
You would know that she's not undead. She's more of annoying than undead. Like I said, you've dealt these before. They kind of hang out in graveyards. But yeah.
I cast shield when it's my turn.
Alright. Which it will be right after she attacks you 2 times. So she has 2 attacks. 29 and a 10.
1 hit.
Alright. So it's only 1 damage though. She stabs you with a tiny dagger.
Well, I'm gonna,
it's like a pinprick.
Guys, looks like I'm getting pretty outclassed here.
Yeah, this one fairy. Show me how you kill a fairy.
Right? Jesus. I think that's hate speech, Brian. That is hate speech. Alright, I'm rolling to hit.
Only amongst the fake community.
Alright. 10. Wait, no, not 10, sorry. Yeah, 10.
Yeah, it's a miss. I try to swat the fairy, but she's more dexterous than you and dodges. This time I got a 17 and a 12. So that's going to be a 2 damage. She stabs you again with her little pinprick knife.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah. Like I said, annoying. These things are a pain in the ass. They're like, mosquitoes and shit.
Alright, so I'm going to do a spell combat with my natural as attack and a spell combat after that.
So minus 2 to your attack. Nat 20, but you got a minus 2 on the attack. Still going to be a hit because it's a nat 20 and the AC is 18, so you're still perfect.
And I got 3.
So 3 damage.
But times 2.
Well, you get to roll it twice. You don't just multiply by 2. Roll it twice.
Aww. No, 3 and a 3.
Alright, so you do get to do it twice.
And plus 3, so that's 9.
And you do a spell on top of that, right? Is that the thing that you're doing?
Yeah, and I'm doing a spell on top of that.
Yep, what's the spell?
Shocking Grasp.
Alright, so you swat at it. This swat is successful, so that is the touch attack, so that you needed to have this Shocking Grasp, so go for it.
Alright, 4.
4 shocking damage. Alright.
15 damage in 1 turn, alright.
So yeah, this thing's gonna stab at you again, though. Because it gets to...
Still alive?
Yeah, she got a lot of HP, apparently. I got a 26 and a 25.
Both hits.
Alright. It's gonna be 1 damage and 1 damage, so 2 damage total.
I'm gonna attack again, and let's see how it goes.
Alright.
I have a 12.
12 is a miss. You swing with your bird claw and you bird miss.
I'm gonna die.
So that's only 1 hit that time. It's gonna be 1 more damage. How close are you to dead?
I'm at 4 HP.
Oof.
I
Rough,
want to
man.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, either that or learn some diplomacy. Those are your 2 options at this point.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Alright, so you just flee. Let's see if this thing let's see if this thing tries to follow you or not. I roll percentage chance. If I roll below 50, it won't follow you. I rolled a 52. So just enough for her to be trailing behind you. So it's not on your ass, but you sense that she's still trying to track you.
I'm gonna go back to my tree. I'm gonna go back in the direction of my tree.
Alright, you fly. If you fly, you're probably gonna get away faster than her.
Yeah, I'm calling for backup.
Alright, you call for backup. Let's see how many of your friends come out. I have 4 other psychopomps in the shapes of... They're in the same shape you are. You're a bird family, a very rare bird. There are only 15 birds that look like you in the whole world. And there are, what, did I say 5 of them right here, right now?
Pretty good odds.
You point out your trouble, I assume. Alright, we'll say with those 5 guys help.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
It's like a fucking fairy with a knife to
Yeah.
like one of their own.
Yeah. So they go take care of that for you. I'll still give you 400 of the experience points, but they're gonna get the rest.
Alright, so I'm gonna rest up, because I'm pretty broken up over here.
Alright, so you go back to your nest and you take a good nap.
Yep.
In your nap, you have a vision of Cersei and your god reminding you,
Cersei?
it's time to leave the nest.
Oh,
You've got a job to do.
Where is my job?
While you're sleeping, the location of Cersei will be revealed to you. The name of the town she is next to, which is invisible, so it won't be a landmark that you'll be able to see. But you know there's a city named Foci. Your god reveals that to you, full of wizards. And that Cersei is sleeping outside of it in her mud hut. You do see the mud hut, so you will recognize it upon sight. You have a sense of the direction. You know, you've flown on this area for a while. You have not always... Sometimes you branch out from the graveyard, even though you're not really supposed to. I think your god knows that and is using this as an opportunity to use that to her advantage.
Well, I'm gonna go. Well, when I wake up, and
yeah, you'll rest for 8 hours. So you can roll a d8 plus your Constitution modifier.
Alright.
No shooting the new guy, Patrick.
Back. I got 8 back, and I got all hit points back.
You've rested up. You leave the nest the next day and fly the direction of Cersei's mud hut.
I'm gonna scout it out. Make sure I don't die.
All right, you fly that direction. I mean, you're nothing but a bird right now. That's not fishy, right? You're just a bird that wears some jewelry with a mask on. Maybe you should be into that kind of shit.
Bird.
You never know. So you fly that direction. Let's join Cersei and Morgan, who are both in the same general area. Although Cersei's inside her hut, Juan is still asleep. Cersei's woken up early. You see Morgan passed out outside with Harlock amidst some logs. You see a note slipped under the door from Sazerac indicating he's gone back into town, but he thinks he's made peace with your friends. Would like to travel with you if you're interested. He knows where to find you. He's met you, so he knows where to find you. So just send word and he'll follow you. He gives you his home address. You know where his wizard apartment is inside of Foci. If you want to grab him any point in time while he's around, you can, but that's where he's retired to, instead of sleeping on the grass like some sort of peasant. But you had a nice night's rest in your bed, really comfy and warm. You're fully rested. You see them pass out in the grass. Roll me another perception check.
Oh, natural 20.
Yeah, it's pretty good that you rolled 20, because this is pretty hard to miss. You see, appearing from what seems almost like nowhere, a very large troll in a very large robe.
Say I have about a minute before he walks up to the door?
Yeah, you probably have exactly a minute with a natural 20. I'll allow a minute.
I'm going to take one of my candles, and I'm going to start forming a little wax voodoo doll in the shape of this ogre.
Alright.
Just for fun.
Alright, so you start making a wax voodoo doll in the shape of this troll in a robe.
That was a natural 19, so that's going to be at least a 24.
Yeah, you've done troll sculpture before. You did some troll nudes when you were in college. It was community college, and there was a new troll model that came over from Nerwin to the island of Reyes and posed. You were the only one in the class. No one else signed up. But you've sculpted a nude troll before.
It was so avant-garde. Oh, that was nuts.
So once the image is complete, I have to make a will save.
Yeah, man. All I care about is going up to the level and getting back at that fucking Harold. What's her name? Steward of bullshit. I don't know. She's an asshole, and I think everybody needs to know that.
You've been dealing with that shit for way too long. So long you can't remember her name. But I remember I'm mad about it.
I pretty much burned everything else, a lot of burning. But hey, I do it and I follow orders. That's what matters. That's the lawful part.
All cleansing fire, yeah. All you're doing is restoring order, really.
Yes. Right.
Life and death, those are both constants that should be honored. Oh, jeez. I rolled a 4, but my will is 19, so I got a 23.
Yep, he's good. Nice, we gave you one of those big checks, dude. It's we're everywhere. You give one. I was just in case I was just trying to force why he was coming to talk to you. Now I just have the diplomacy.
But now you have a really nice waxen statue of him.
Yeah.
By the time he gets to your hut, you can walk outside with a present.
I'll say, hello, fair ogre. Welcome to Cersei Witch Hut. And
he's insulted because he's a troll, but...
That.
Ogre! You think I ogre? Me insult.
I apologize, and I'm sorry. I did not mean to offend.
Master Joachim requests you return Ring of Projection. He needed to rule city. You must return. Unless you think you are rightful ruler, then you must stay and rule city.
Yes, I'll follow him.
So yeah, you meet with the Mad Gnome, the leader of Earth, who is now, since he was the leader of Earth, is now the new Great Wizard of Foci, and intends to, rule over the city. He needs the Ring of Projection to control the tower and to project his face on the Great Dome of the city and keep law and order. So without that, he can't be considered the true ruler of the city, really. Whoever has the ring is considered Lord of all Foci, but whoever that is also forced to mostly remain in the tower and do the job of ruling. So he's seeking out this ring, pretty much. And
Okay,
you guys are the last ones to
can we
meet with
take a
the
pause
Great
for a
Wizard.
second? I need to talk outside of game.
No.
Well, of course, Cersei being, maybe a little self-centered, and she's Queen Cersei. I'm going to be like, well, what's in it for me?
Of course,
But
maybe you're Queen Cersei and you
I've
would
already
love to
helped you
rule
guys
over
out
this
so
town and take over a town of wizards and control them.
I'll tell them, like, this would be my town right now. I already, took out a couple of Proteans, so what's in it for me if I just hand over this great power to you?
I mean, Joaqui says if you wish to rule, then put on the ring and rule, but he says but you cannot leave this town without a great wizard. The wizards need structure, we need order, we need someone that's looking out for all of us. So unless you're going to stay here and look out for all the people of Fosa, it's only right that you relinquish it to me, the next highest ranked wizard in this town.
Alright, why is he crazy again? Do we know anything about that? Can I roll like a knowledge history on that?
You don't really know. He seems kind of crazy. He seems kind of aloof. But, from going back and forth to Limbo, most of the people that are in Earth are sort of crazy. You guys are in his office now. The troll Magus is there. His bodyguard, basically. He's got a cat that's walking around on his desk. Very playful. It's like knocking around papers and stuff.
Alright, well, I'll say, I'm going to have to think about this, and I'll return in the morning.
Alright, roll me a perception check as you leave the room.
Natural 20?
Yeah, out of the corner of your eye when you're leaving the room, the cat was like playing with something on the desk and was getting very frisky. And out of the corner of your eye when you were leaving the room, it didn't really look like a cat. It just looked sort of like a black blur or blob for a second.
Okay, can I knowledge Arcana that?
You could knowledge planes it.
Yeah, it's not great. Only 13.
Yeah, there's something sort of familiar about it, but you can't place it. But you've had this talk, he's demanded the ring. You have 24 hours to return the ring, basically, or he's going to be forced to take action.
I want to go talk to Spangle of the Spirits.
Oh, you talk to Old Spangle, huh? Old man Spangle, yeah, you know where he's at. His house over by the graveyard. He's hanging out, doing his damn thing, making some dinner, welcomes you in, offers you a chicken.
Oh, I love chicken.
Yeah. Have a whole chicken.
Delicious. I want to sit down and talk to him about the recent developments in town. I'm sure he's heard of my recent exploits.
Oh, yes.
And
He's very proud.
Advice
You're his best student.
from him.
Well, it seems like the students become the master. You defeated the Proteans. It seems like you're becoming a very powerful magic user in your own right. Says, I'm nothing but a weak old man at this point. You're probably going to attain magic much greater than anything I've ever realized. He said, but it's true, the city does need a leader, and whoever holds that ring is who we consider our leader. I don't know if it should be you or if it should be Joaqui, but I know that we can't not have a ruler. It'll be anarchy.
Alright, well, I'm going to try to diplomacy with him and be like, perhaps a necromancy leader would be ideal to help drive the studies of this wizard's college. That's going to be a 29.
Yeah, he'll agree with you, but he will also say that yours is the smallest school of wizards. Smallest group, you have the least representation, really. All the other groups of wizardry outnumber yours, except Universalists. Universalists is actually the smallest school of all of them. It's the least respected because you're not really specializing in anything. But then it's like Universalist is the worst, it has the lowest numbers, and then Necromancy's next after that. So you guys don't have a whole lot of influence or a whole lot of power. There'd be no reason for anyone to grant that to anyone. He's too old. Maybe Killer Mike, because he's kind of popular and he's won a lot of arena battles. But it's very likely that if Killer Mike tried to run for Great Wizard, Joaqui would want to do battle with him, and Joaquin's beaten Killer Mike in battle more than once, and he would likely do it again. Killer Mike's a young wizard.
Well.
He doesn't have all the experience under his belt yet.
Mix things up a little bit.
You can try to, but it's going to come with a battle.
Yeah, I really don't know what to do right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm in a pickle. I sure as fuck ain't gonna stay here in this town for damn ever.
Yeah.
So I gotta give it to somebody. I just don't know who to give it to. I personally, it's not in my possession right now, so I can just walk the damn hell out of this city, and I don't tell him where it is.
All right. So do you just leave the city?
You don't know shit. Yeah.
And go to think about it. Where do you go?
I go back to my witch hut.
All right. You go back out to the outskirts of town. Pop back up your witch hut. Roll me a perception check, Archaon.
Weird that you're saying it like that, but 15.
How should I say it?
Archaon.
Archaon? Go
I
on.
rolled a 7 plus 9 is 15.
Alright, so not a great perception, but you do spot something that looks like a hut in the middle of nowhere in the area that you think that's the hut. You're kind of high up. You're trying to keep a safe distance, I believe. Because you've heard that she's very magic. And you saw in your dream how powerful she was. You saw a lot of the great acts that she's done in the past, raising the dead. You witnessed a lot of...
Turning to a giant purple worm.
Yeah, you witnessed all that stuff. You saw all the things that Cersei has done. You're flying over her hut. You see the hut, you think.
I could light that shit on fire.
Oh, really? Look up which hut and see if you can light that on fire.
I don't know. I'm joking. I'm not gonna light your hut on fire.
It's a stone building.
I'm gonna look around for undead that, you know, I'm not gonna go after the main prize. I'm gonna buff.
Alright.
So I'm gonna see what she's got around here.
Yeah, you don't see any undead then. If Frodo doesn't go outside, you don't see any undead. But you do you mean you have the ability to sense undead, and you do sense an undead inside the hut.
Yeah.
That's canon.
Like that?
Yep.
Yeah, right there. But
So you can roll a perception check to see if you hear this whistle outside your hut there, Cersei.
I'll roll a perception on that.
Alright.
That's a big fat 12.
Would I hear this?
Taking a nap.
Would I hear this, or am I
Yeah.
still just past the
Yeah, you can listen. Roll a perception check to see if you hear it. You're there, both of you. Harlock and Morgan can listen. And Froderick, everyone can listen.
Morgan got a 30 on perception.
You got those, half-elf ears. Well, yeah. Well, Morgan is awoke by the sound of this whippoorwill in the air above. You hear the sound of a bird, but you don't see a bird. But you just woke up. You're in the grass outside. You're like asleep in the morning dew. Harlock's next to you. You guys are next to what looks like a fire that you guys lit last night. It's now dead, of course. And like 2 empty bottles of ale. Sazerac is gone. Cersei's hut is still nearby. You slept a long time because Cersei had time to go into town and come back.
I don't see any birds. I don't see any birds though, right?
You do not see any birds. You just hear a bird, which is what's so strange about it. Because usually you're a good bird watcher. You're half elf. Usually you can spot a bird at 60 feet, and it sounds really close, but...
Alright, I'm gonna kick Harlock awake. Be like, listen, there's some weird shit going on. And I'd probably go bang on the door.
Alright, so roll a perception check for Harlock to wake up after you slap him around a bit.
I have an idea at this point too. While we're
15.
doing that.
Alright, what you got, Archaon?
You know, my friends call me Ark. Let's go with that.
Arky.
And my enemies call me Arkbard. I land on a tree, and I become uninvisible. And so I should describe myself at this point,
Yeah.
right?
So, Morgan and Harlock roll perception checks now that you're both awake to see if you see this bird appearing magically in this tree.
30 for Morgan.
Yeah, she don't see this bird.
Harlock is fucking idiot, so let's do...
He's still rubbing
Harlock, yeah, I got a 13.
And Harlock's still rubbing the sleep out of his eyes, like, what? What do you want me to look at? Morgan points up at the tree at a bird that's appearing, much in the way the Cheshire Cat appears out of nothingness, starts, like, fading into existence.
So I have a white alabaster mask with striped, with black cornea and piercing blue eyes and a black, and they're glowing. They're glowing blue eyes. And behind a mask, a white alabaster mask around the beak that has a single blue stripe that goes down the mask.
That's canon.
And
It's a very large bird.
and
Bigger
it's
than a
black,
whippoorwill.
and it has blue highlights that go off the end of the feathers.
Yeah. And describe what kind of bird you are? What you kind of look like as a bird?
I look kind of like a golden eagle, but with the colors I described.
Yeah. So there you go. Like a big golden eagle
you got,
wearing a
like,
mask that has the
arms,
call.
legs?
It's like a call that sounds like a whippoorwill's call. So it's a very strange bird. A bird you've never seen before. You've especially never seen a bird wearing a mask and appearing magically out of thin air. So you were freaked out by this and you were wide awake. Harlock is still not all the way there yet. What do you do, Morgan?
I fucked up. I forgot Morgan had true sight goggles, so she probably would have seen him the whole time.
Or was she sleeping with her goggles on? That seems unlikely. That's probably very
Oh, yeah.
uncomfortable.
Hi. Why wouldn't she?
I don't know. I guess she would.
Your choice. I'm gonna shout out, what the fuck are you?
Well, hello there, stupid monkey. I said at an infernal.
So, the bird caused something incomprehensible you don't understand. Like a bird. It sounds like a bird.
Stupid monkey, celestial. How about this stupid monkey, abyssal?
So it calls at you in 3 different ways. Do you have any of those languages?
No, I only have Sylvan.
No. He doesn't speak Sylvan, and he hasn't called in Sylvan yet. So even the sounds that this bird seems to make are strange, almost human-like, except for the whippoorwill-like call that it does. But you aren't able to understand any of them.
Fucking calling at me, like flying around.
Well, it seems, like I said, the sounds coming out of its mouth now don't seem, maybe more like goat bleats than like bird calls. They seem almost like human sounds, like it's trying to vocalize something to you.
I
It's
think celestial sounds like goat.
No, that one doesn't. I was thinking more the abyssal one. Celestial sounds more like music. That's probably very beautiful songbird type almost. Yeah, that's very lilting probably. But it sounds like it's trying to convey a message. But you're not getting the message, obviously, if you don't have those languages. So this bird's mocking you and you don't know it. So there's a bird just like up in the tree calling at you. I'm sure at this point Harlock is awake and perceptive enough to also see this bird and be like, what the fuck? So the two of you are staring at this bird in this tree.
What
Alright.
can I do with stupid monkeys? You're invisible again, because fuck it, I'm out of here.
Alright, you go invisible, but apparently Morgan's wearing true sight goggles and can still see you. So you see this big bird start to fly away.
Alright, don't do it, dude. I can't. The one I wanted does damage. I can't do it. No, yeah, I'd accidentally kill him.
That was with the targeted shot.
Is he carrying anything? Can I see that?
I mean, he's wearing that mask. He seems to be wearing a leather strap with a small book attached, like almost like a moleskin size book.
Can I do a perception check on those calls that in different languages that he sent out? You know.
All right, roll a perception check to see if you hear it.
Yeah.
If you roll really high, I'll say you might be able to identify his language.
That's only 12.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
You hear a bird calling outside, but you don't pay attention. You know, it's the sounds of nature. You don't give a fuck. You're in your hut, comfortable.
Alright, I'm gonna use Startling Shot. I'm gonna spend a great point to purposely miss a creature that I could normally hit. The creature becomes flat-footed.
All right, so you're just like shooting at it, like a warning shot at this bird. Like you saw it,
Yeah.
you're letting it know you can still see it, and you know it's a rare animal, so maybe you're not trying to shoot it right away, but you're definitely letting it know you're aware of it. Yeah, yeah. All right, so you let loose a shot nearby it. So this someone
he
just
can see me. How the fuck can he see me?
he's wearing goggles with true sight.
I know, but my character doesn't.
Your character doesn't know that. Yeah, your character has no
Yeah,
idea, but
I mean, you know,
there's someone that they're still shot at you, even though you went invisible, which is not something that happens to you normally.
So I'm gonna clear out and see what I can formulate.
All right, so you fly back, you know, to a safe distance, I assume.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
All right, where do you go?
I'm gonna go out to the forest and see if I can't buff up.
All right, yeah, there's a forest nearby. All right, Morgan, do you want to report back to Cersei what you saw? Morgan and Harlock? I'll give you guys a minute to report back at least. I'm gonna go bang on the door and try to apologize to Cersei about last night.
You guys fuck or something?
No, Alex said he calmed me down before he left.
Yeah, they made friends. We
Yeah,
saw them make
they-
friends outside. And Alex slipped you a note, you know, saying as much as they made friends. That doesn't mean that you trust him, because Juwan has also told you some stuff about Morgan and Harlock that may or may not affect your trust with them. But we'll say that Morgan and Harlock come banging on your door the next morning, your alarm goes off.
Fine, I apologize. I had a little too much elven wine last night. But there's a big fucking crazy bird out here. This ain't no normal shit.
I'm scared, let me in.
I'm gonna confront him about his mission to take
All right.
out witches.
She confronts you about the things Juwan's told her about the Hag Slayers, and wants you to come clean. So,
Alright,
about your metal diaper.
The only reason they're angry at the witches is because the witches keep taking dongs. So, if we could get the witches, they're not necessarily mad at the witches, they're mad at the people stealing their dongs.
I mean, they also believe that the city of Covenston was once a human city. It wasn't named Covenston at the time, and the witches took it from them, and they were forced to move out of this tent city. So they, yes, don't like the witches because the witches still donged, but they also want their city back. It's a two-tier thing.
Yeah, I'll mention that I was told by Juan that you were looking to bring me into justice, perhaps.
Well, he does need to bring back a witch, and you are a witch he knows, so.
I mean, not necessarily you. Just need a witch. Oh, you're a witch. Let's, maybe we can work together here. Figure out a solution that works best for both of us.
Diplomacy,
Go wow wow.
diplomacy, baby. Natural 20. I'm gonna be like, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. So you get that he's laying down some kind of secret plan, or maybe some double secret agent type shit, like Chewbacca in the chains, like pretend to bring you in kind of thing. Is that what you're suggesting there, Harlock and Morgan?
Sounds like you've been metagaming with us the entire time.
Well, I know how this game works. I know you guys well enough.
You really didn't nail it. Fucking shit.
This is my first game with you guys. You know that, right?
I know.
All right. So you guys have a plan.
Almost killed each other last time. Like we were hoping that we could pull one over on you. Damn.
No, but I respect that. You guys can still try the plan. I still like the plan. You're welcome to try to go to Mantos and fuck shit up. So we'll say that Morgan Harlock proposed this plan to you. You go into the hut. I said Juwan's in the city of Fosal. You guys are there. They tell you about the scary bird they saw. You guys start talking about maybe making moves towards Manitos and doing something there. As a group, as an apology for all the witch hating stuff.
Alec in a while.
Yeah, let's call Alec.
Alec
Oh, yeah,
Holland on the bracer?
I do.
Hey guys, I'm in a cave. I can't hear you.
Yeah,
There's
you
no light.
Yeah, it's totally dark
Oh,
where he's
well.
at. It's true. 100% dark.
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to wait on him to contact us because either he's sleeping or he's in a very dark place. But last we heard, he was on his way to meet us at Posada.
Correct. He was
So,
trying to go
about
that
that.
direction.
Tell me more about this bird. Let me roll some knowledge. Let me sit down with my Samsara and life wheel, or do a couple of knowledge history checks.
Knowledge planes, knowledge religion, either one of those would do for you. Planes or religion would be fine for Cersei for this particular instance.
Alright, I'll roll knowledge planes on this bird description. Yeah, 14.
Alright, so this will rely a lot on Harlock or Morgan's ability to recreate
Actually, let's make that a 17, actually.
Alright, this will still partially rely on Harlock or Morgan's ability to recreate the call that the bird made before it landed into the tree.
Get closer.
Is that close enough?
Well, I'm gonna do it one more time and you can tell me. How about that?
Can you do it?
Yeah,
How about that?
Can you do it? How's that?
Close enough.
All right.
I'll give it to him.
So Morgan or Harlock, one of them was able to whistle successfully enough for you to recognize the whistle as that of the whippoorwill, but the bird he describes is not that bird. Yeah, roll a religion.
Religion for Harlock. Something he does good. Nat 20.
13 for me.
All right. So Harlock will start gabbing with you about stuff. Harlock, you're now Urgathoan, right? In your studies, your recent studies of Urgathoa, while you guys were in this wizard town for a brief time, you did a little book reading. That's kind of your thing. You love libraries. You've been checking out since you were a kid. You love books. You did a bit of reading, a little religious reading, because you're trying to get into this new faith. You know, kind of new to Urgathoa still. You've been following Cersei for a while. You're trying to impress her. You know, you wanted to it's like when you read a book for a girl, and so you can talk to her about it. So you kind of did that for
I don't know if
Cersei.
anyone does that anymore.
Yeah, well. Harlock just did. Harlock read some stuff at the library so he could impress a girl. And it's coming with some information, some Urgathoan information, like the whippoorwill, the sound this bird was making, even though it seemed different, is a sign of, it's a harbinger of death. So it's something you hear, it's something in the it's a graveyard noise. It's something you encounter when death is near.
Cersei liked death in graveyards. That's fine by me.
So right now, from the stuff that Harlock's able to piece together, you don't sound at all bothered by it. It seems like a big, strange bird. That maybe it was wearing a weird mask, like a plague mask of some sort, maybe some sort of bringer of death, which sounds kind of cool to you, right?
I'm gonna tell Harlock and Morgan about how I have to go get rid of this ring that we got a hold of.
Yep, you have till the end of the day, so.
We have no way to get it out.
Oh, I have a way to get it out. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Alright. I mean, yeah, we all put it in there. I guess we can go get it out.
But what do we want to do with it?
If this guy's that crazy, I mean,
I'll tell him about that weird blob and cat thing that I saw out the corner of my eye when I went and visited Joachim.
I just don't know if there's anyone better that we could find. We can try and... You want to try and find a better...
A
I
better
don't know
wizard.
anyone else in town besides Spangle the Necromancer.
Spangle, Killer Mike. You guys at one point knew Unky, but he's gone. You guys met a couple other wizards, but they were all kind of lower level wizards. Gimmick wizards that were in fights and stuff. And you fought with a couple other wizards for a period of time, but none of them... You were more powerful than any of them. You would assume Joaquin probably is as well, since he was next in line to be Great Wizard. Now he's going to elect a new leader of Earth when he becomes Great Wizard, so it's like a whole chain of promotion for wizards going on.
I don't know Dingle Bob.
He's the clever conjurer.
He's kind of in the same place that Spangle would be. He's an older wizard who's kind of retiring and teaching his craft to younger wizards, which is you guys.
Yeah, he's got senior.
Oh no, I've had the plague twice. That means I can't be president.
Oh! Can we do this too? As you were flying away from Harlock and Morgan, the people that shot you, you will roll me a perception check, Archaon.
Fuck.
Was it a 1? You don't see anything, it's
One.
okay. Yeah. You don't
Yeah,
notice.
okay,
You
yeah,
don't. Then you
perception
don't
check.
notice the thing I wanted you to notice. It's not a big deal. You were getting shot at, so it's totally understandable why you rolled a 1. But you don't notice the thing I wanted you to notice. But
Can I take a 10?
yeah, well, you'd have to maybe come back around.
Okay, I'll come back around.
All right, so you fly back towards the hut after thinking that you've got a safe distance, and it seems like those other two humanoids went into the hut. You probably flew far enough away and were invisible. You thought you were safe distance. You watched them go inside after they shot at you. Yeah, you still sense that undead inside. You see several lingering spirits following one of the entities back into the hut, incorporate like ghosts. Something no one else could probably see, but you can because you have the ability to sense the undead. So there are 3 like...
And live people.
Yeah. So you see 3 female ghosts following Harlock. They don't go into the hut. They seem to be prevented from going into the hut, but they kind of mill about the outside of the hut. So whenever you come back, the 3 ghosts are still around the hut, and everyone else seems to be inside the hut.
Right. So, could I wait for them to like come out and see the ghosts and shit?
You don't know if they would see the ghosts. You can, but that doesn't mean that... Morgan and Harlock didn't seem to be reacting to them. They didn't seem to know they were there.
3 ghosts is probably over my challenge level. So I'm just gonna chill for a sec. Just watch it out.
Watch them.
Be careful.
Yeah, like I said, with your perception, you would notice there were 3 female ghosts. Knowing ghosts, you would know they're probably, with the way they're following Harlock around, probably love-bound to him in some way in the afterlife, following, still pining for his love in the afterlife and following around.
That's crazy.
Former lovers or ex-wives or something would be your guess from your experience with the undead and your job. That's what you've been able to gather just circling the area. But Cersei and them haven't come out yet, have you? You guys are still inside rapping?
Yeah, we're still hatching plans.
Alright, well that's what you see outside while they're inside rapping plans.
But, I'm gonna look up there.
Are these ghosts like a new development? Because we cast Detect Undead around each other pretty regularly.
Yeah.
On the hour.
2 of them are new developments. One's been around, but it's very, it's a lingering spirit. It usually keeps its distance. And it's not threatening. These are Harlock's Vichiman's ex-wives.
Cool.
He has a lot of dead ex-wives, and they're following him
You
around.
murdered these bitches.
There are more of them than there used to be. Well, Fancy
and they
is
still love him
Fancy.
after they murdered them?
Well, Fancy is dead, and she is one of the ghosts, but you don't know that.
I can go back and take over the island and
I'm going back to the island.
That's my island.
Everybody loves that island.
Sorry, man. It's been a long time on
You
that
guys
island.
did spend a long time on that island. It is your home island.
But okay, so here's the thing: is that they have like pretty high AC naturally as ghosts, and my AC, like my bonus to attack is shit. So
And you would know that because that's your job. You
Yeah,
know that you rarely tackle ghosts alone.
yeah, and so 3 of them is kind of a huge deal. And I don't have like any special shit to kill them. I don't have like a fucking cross shit nonsense.
No, you're in
Hell
bird form. It's hard to get
Helsing.
that stuff. You would need help to kill these guys, you think.
Yeah.
But you see them. They don't seem like to be violent ghosts. So even with you nearby, they don't attack you or anything else. They just seem to be very...
Nevertheless, they should be gone.
Yeah, they should be gone. I agree with you. That's your thing. But they are just milling about. They're a bottom tier problem for you right now. Something for you to think about in the future, but the bottom tier problem currently.
Yeah, right. So I'm gonna go find something to kill,
All right, a real live thing.
like, or maybe an undead, maybe just milling around. Cause,
You've
nearby,
traveled outside the
just
graveyard
throw it.
before. You know that there are a lot of ghouls in the mountains outside of Oestra,
Let's go kill those bitches.
which is one of the first reasons you and a lot of your cohorts were sent back to the material plane to begin with, because a lot of the scientific research there created the undead. That's when some of the first undead in the world appeared. It's the origin of a lot of that stuff, so that's why you guys were first sent back. So you did a lot of your first early killing in your early days out there. You can find some ghouls in the mountains very easily. You want to go hunt for some ghouls?
Let's go kill some ghouls.
Alright.
Grimlocks you can take care of, probably.
Yeah, that's a little, where we go, that's to the east. Do you want to go east or west, I guess, would be the decision to make.
Well, I don't know if they're, like...
You would
undead
know
Grimlocks,
west, the
probably.
west area you'd be more familiar with. The mountains you'd be to the west you'd be more familiar with than the mountains to the east. You probably don't stray very far from the graveyard, yeah. Yeah, you find 3 ghoul wandering about in the mountains.
And I'm invisible for right now.
They're invisible,
So
they're below you.
I'm gonna fight, are they in a group?
They're all seem to be within 15 feet of each other. They're not like closely huddled together, but within 15 feet of each other, kind of like wandering in one direction, hunting for food, probably, as a pack.
Right. Can I grab something? Is there any water? I can create water with cantrip, can't I? Yeah. Yes.
You
Okay,
get, what,
so
5 of those a day or something?
I'm gonna cast grease again because don't fuck with shit, and it's gonna be worse this time. I'm gonna make it a lot worse. All right, so I'm gonna cast grease
Alright.
over them
Okay.
where they are in a group.
I got 15%, so that'll be half of them. So we'll say
Alright,
2 of the 3.
Alright, and I'm gonna fly down and ignite it.
Alright, you fly down, you swoop down, ignite the grease.
And then I'm gonna fly out again.
Alright.
Over on top of him. And I'm gonna cast the cantrip, create water.
Make a grease fire. Put out all 3 of them, I assume. So you grease fire these 3
It's
ghouls.
like a giant grease explosion.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's beautiful. Boosh. So it's gonna take a couple rounds with these guys too, because they don't die right away, but they'll walk around on fire. There'll be a big fire in the hills. They will become a pile of ash at the end of all of it. Yep.
Internet fire. We'll get caught up in the
Grease fire. Good thing you only get one of those a day. Did we mention that you get 1,200 experience points for killing those ghouls?
200 experience points away. So I want to find a small animal and murder it.
Alright, like a rabbit?
Shit, that will give me 200 XP.
Another ghoul will get you there, and you know you're in ghoul territory. If you want to do another perception check, you'll probably find at least one, if not more.
Alright, cool.
It's be in the same day though, so no more grease spells.
Alright, thank you.
So yeah, you're gonna see 6 ghouls. Some of them appear to be lycanthrope ghouls as well, like
fuck
werewolf
that.
ghouls. So a larger group, and you've already used your 1 grease spell for the day, so.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Fuck that. I'm gonna look for some more ghouls that aren't like, 6.
You can roll another perception check, keep flying around, look for a smaller group.
Alright, yeah. Alright. I'm gonna roll a natural 1.
There are 9 ghouls in the area you were surveying, and while you were looking for ghouls, you didn't notice that a human had wandered into this territory and is actually being set upon by these 9 ghouls.
Ah, fuck!
So you're witnessing
So-
ghouls attacking a living human.
Alright, well, I can't really rescue him. I guess call out to him in Celestial, it kind of sounds nice.
So he'll go out, he'll die listening to a very sweet tune, at least.
No, I mean, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here?
I don't know, man, that's just the rolls.
Roll over to him, or, come out of my invisibility and be like, hey!
I mean, you're right, there's not a whole lot you can do at this point. You don't have a whole lot of spells. And you can't...
No, I don't.
And your
I
weapons
can't
are limited
take
to
down-
bird claws.
Alright, so, I can't help him, and the only thing I would do here is die, and I gotta be this passionate here. Be like, well, I hope you don't get raised.
Hope you stay dead.
Maybe I could loot him afterwards. Maybe
Yeah,
his death
I mean,
would
you
be
would know these are ghouls, and ghouls usually have what they call ghoul fever, so if these ghouls do kill this guy, he probably is going to come back as an undead. So does it make one more
Alright,
dead
well-
on this mount you're going to have to deal with later.
Yeah, that's fine. He was being kind of a fucking idiot anyway.
Yeah, it's chalked out. He should have went a different direction. He should have went around the mountains.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do there.
Yeah, are you flying back to your nest, or are you going to fly back towards Cersei direction and hang out somewhere nearby, or...
I want to look for that extra 200 experience.
Oh, I like it. I see. Hungry to level up. I get
Yeah,
that.
man, I'm hungry.
Alright,
Yes.
so roll me another perception check.
6 plus 6 is 19.
Yep. So you're going to see a pack of 11 ghoul wolves. So not
I
lycanthropes,
can't
but...
win here.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I'm rolling right now. Rolling high
It's like-
group numbers.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's just like there's like fucking undead army up here.
Yeah, this is the mountains are very much littered with undead. Like I said, this is near Oestra. They definitely have an undead problem. This is kind of like where they dump their undead. This is like
I'm
their...
gonna keep looking around, man. I'm gonna find this fucking 200 XP.
Okay, roll
I'll
it.
find that.
That sweet spot. That
Alright,
I rolled a 7, so whatever you roll, it's gonna be 7 somethings.
17.
Yeah, so you're gonna see 7 ghouls in this area. You're in the mountains, man. There's a lot of ghouls.
Alright,
There.
is there any place that would be like less ghouls?
I mean, you can check the cemetery where you work every day, where it's less busy, I guess, because you've already murdered most of the stuff there, you and your cohorts. So it's less dense in the middle of the cemetery.
Alright, let's go find that place on
Alright.
the outskirts still.
Alright, so you fly towards the southern fence from here. And roll a perception check when you reach the southern fence.
23.
Alright, you're definitely going to see something then. Let's see if I roll high enough for there to be something. Oh yeah, 83, so what's that going to be? Oh, another grave risen.
Another what?
Another grave risen like you, like Ralph. Another Ralph.
Oh,
Another fucking Ralph. Yeah.
This one's name is George.
Yeah.
Spicy. I'm gonna go up to him and Can I use spell combat with my Ring of the Grasping Grave? I'll attack him with the spell combat and this. So I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do a D20 here. Alright, I have a 12.
That is a miss.
Can I hold the charge or some shit?
Unfortunately, no. I think you still expend the spell. I think if I remember reading correctly, you still expend the spell if you say you were going to try to use it. It's like casting it while you were attacking, so it was like they were dependent on each other.
You didn't give me like per day on how many of them. It was a double attack, so it was a 12. I rolled a 14 minus 2. Well, I didn't roll just a 14. I added up.
I mean, you're wearing the ring, right? Or carrying the ring, and it's one of your feathers. Well, then yeah. I mean, that's always on. That's a constant thing as long as you're wearing the ring.
All right, so it comes with everything. Okay, so I'm gonna as soon as it's my turn again.
I mean, you can. Oh, you're gonna get an attack of opportunity because you swoop down and attack this thing. So I get a swing on you once. I rolled a 9. That's not gonna be high enough to beat his AC, I'm sure.
No, I think his AC is like 16 or 17.
Yeah. So Cersei in your hut, you know you have about 5 hours until the troll Magus is gonna come looking for you again. Joachim's bodyguard. This time ready to enforce that you turn over the ring. To either that or take charge of the city. Joachim doesn't seem to care. He just, he would be ruler if he can be, but if not, someone needs to be. What do you do in this 5 hours countdown until the wizards come looking for you?
Tell Harlock that I'm planning on giving up the ring, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't think we have a better idea. If this dude turns out to be a dick, we can just take him out again.
I don't know, I'm ready to be about done with this place.
Yeah, you guys have been here a long time. This is probably the longest you guys have been in any city. Cersei was here over a year, which is for Cersei, besides her hometown of Reyes. Yeah. Reyes is the only place you've been that long at, I think.
We just tell him where the ring is?
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be like the ring's inside the wall. I mean, they're wizards. They could probably get it out if you do want to do that.
not as much fun. Come on, man.
Put some pageantry into it.
I'm trying to, we're gaining influence around this town, man. We're missing bitches.
So you can present the ring at some kind of grand ceremony. You can make a big deal about it. Do you want to set that up? You want to maybe do a diplomacy check or use an influence point to set up some kind of ceremony to hand over the ring? That would make it official and people can see you handing over the power, like you were actually the power holder.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to go with. I'm going to do. I used all my influence points, though, I believe.
Alright. Does anybody else have any influence points left?
Harlock does.
Alright, so you guys want to help set up some sort of ring ceremony for Cersei? Maybe this will be a great way to use your influence points as an apology to what happened between you and Cersei. Use your influence to help this ring ceremony go over well.
How many do I have to burn?
How well do you want it to go?
2 worth?
You want it to go 2 worth of good? So roll me a diplomacy check plus 10.
Can I roll my diplomacy along with it?
Yeah, you can aid. If that's what you want.
That's going to be
47?
47?
Yeah, that's great influence. You guys are able to whip up a committee, and they put up another whole. You guys have had a parade now. Now there's this big stage thing they're doing in the middle of town, making a whole big deal about you presenting the ring. They set it all up. There's a podium for you to make a speech or whatever. There's a time set. There's flyers all over town. They set up banners, whatever you guys else want to set up. They'll do it all. How do you want it to look there, Harlock? What kind of presentation do you want?
Kind of like Cersei, Morgan, and I are up this on top of this huge stairwell.
Broderick as well.
You have Broderick, kind of like a Roman, like Caesar coming in to accept just crowds on either side.
Alright, so here's what we're going to do. They're going to build a stage that's kind of low to the ground, and then behind it they're going to build a really tall staircase, and you guys are going to wait at the top of the staircase with the ring, and then at the prescribed time bring it down and present it to Joachim and make a speech. Cersei will be allotted 1 minute of time to speak, and the rest of you will be allotted 30 seconds to speak. And then the presentation will occur, and Joachim will accept the ring, and then he will make a speech. Life will go on. Everyone will have a big party.
Let me look at Morgan.
Dancing lights everywhere.
I was about to say, Morgan's gonna.
I'm gonna rave.
Players.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll carry on with that. But as I walk up to the podium,
Alright, so you guys come down the staircase elegantly. There's loud music. You make a grand entrance.
I still have the ring in my hand. I haven't handed that over yet.
Alright, so at some point you went to the tower and got the ring. I need you to take 6 damage from being near the tower close enough to get the ring.
Alright, I walk down the stairs towards the podium. Yeah, battle trance.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So let's see. You're transformed into a single-minded force of destruction. You gain the ferocity monster special ability. Temporary hit points, 26 plus your caster level.
Yeah. So you get sort of ugly. You're like She-Hulk, basically, and you get kind of ugly and larger, and you get claws. You turn into the big, ugly swamp monster version of yourself.
And I walk up to the podium and I say, "It is I, Cersei."
Well, doesn't that make you, ferocious while you're in that form, though?
Yeah, so I'm ferociously,
I mean, I think ferocious means, you want to attack things, and, I don't know if you're going to want to have a speech while you're in ferocious mode. You might knock over the microphone and, kick someone, but I don't know if you want to have a speech while you're ferocious. Maybe save that for the big finish.
Alright, well, I'll go up and I'll make a stand at the podium, and I'll say it is I, one of the saviors of your city of Vosa. Their previous leader, they all know because they were at the party, has passed, and it is time for us to bring about a new leader. In my hand, I hold the
Ring of projection.
It is time for me to pass it on to the next person to maintain this town.
Yeah.
And
To make someone the new face of Fosa. This is the ring that allows you to project your visage, to project your image all over the globe. The glass globe.
As long as he is, fair and good to you people, he will remain in power, but one day I might have to come back. Ruling in my stead, he's like regent, basically.
Alright, so you say in your speech that he is ruling in your place, and if you return, you may take the city back one day at your will. The hierarchy of wizards has been unsettled and altered. There's a new great wizard. Everyone parties. Joachim's face appears in giant size inside the snow globe everyone lives in. It's now his face watching over everyone. He's sort of older, he's a gnome, so short guy, he's got big crazy eyes, kind of wild hair, like Doc from Back to the Future. Short, though, wears a hat, very small hat, like even small for a gnome. That's like a very tiny hat, kind of almost funny. He kind of drools a little bit, so that you see like a crazy wild-eyed gnome kind of drooling in his giant head. You see his giant face of a crazy drooling gnome watching over the city all the time.
Does it rain more often now?
No, it's a illusory face. I know no actual drops come out of it, but you see it. You would almost feel like it's like watching a 3D movie. And if you were in the wrong area, you might feel like you're going to get drooled on, but you won't feel it. He almost seems drunk most of the time. I don't know, but his visage now appears over the city. He's the new ruler. He wears the ring. He will visit the tower and take the damage and do the things that need to be done to keep Fosa safe from outside influence and the capital for wizards around the world, the Mecca for wizards around the world. You've done that. You enjoy the party. You guys will, of course, get free drinks and food all night. After the party, you retire back to your hut.
I need to go shopping real quick.
All right, who is this? Harlock or Morgan?
Shopping!
Shopping! Is this Harlock or Morgan going shopping?
Right. I need to go to an armor smith. Oh,
That's you go to the smith shop? The smithy?
yeah.
All right, you walk into the smithy. There's an arena inside, and there's wizards doing battle.
Pretty cool.
They're in the middle of a big fight. It seems like you walked in the middle, it's about halfway over. A bunch of wizards just shooting lightning bolts and fireballs at each other and stuff. Pretty fun to watch. Selling beers there if you want one. You can enjoy the rest of the game.
Yeah, can I, do a little drinky, shoppy?
There's no shopping.
There's no actual...
There's no shop there.
fun.
Inside the smithy is an arena. That's what's inside the smithy. You go to the smithy, inside is an arena. There is not. Smithy does not exist here. These are wizards. You're in a wizard town. Wizards don't wear armor.
Alright, well, is there like a magic item shop?
Yeah, there's tons of those, man. You're in fucking Fosa. That's all they got's magic items. The jewel shop that makes all kinds of custom magic jewelry. Container shop for boxes, bottles, chests, and bags that are magic. Tool shed for magic tools. Magic candles, magic rugs, magic toys and games. Magic pharmacy. Gifts and collectibles, mirrors, shoes, clothes and accessories.
Yeah, we'll go to the jewelry shop if that's where amulets might be.
You can go to jewelry shop there by appointment only, so you can go make an appointment. Serious buyers only. They're very busy crafting fine jewelry for people that want fine custom jewelry, but you can make an appointment. Would you like to make an appointment?
Yeah, I'll make an appointment and,
Alright, their nearest appointment is going to be 5 days from now.
oh, they can go.
Fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
5 days they'll consult you about what you want. They make custom jewelry, so you first can tell them what you like, and they'll see if they can do it for you. In 5 days, you get to come see them about making the jewelry, and then they tell you how many days it's going to take them to make it.
No, fine, I'll sign up. I'll be back in 5
Alright,
days.
who is signing up? Morgan or Harlock?
Marlock.
Alright, Harlock signs up for an appointment in 5 days.
Alright, fine, I'll go back to searching, like, shopping. It's not great here.
You're going to a jewelry shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might be working on my fourth ex-wife, so...
Wait, are you going to propose to Morgan? This is going to be so great.
So you're gonna have a
You do have a
tragic
history.
backstory?
You do have a history of dead ex-wives.
There's something wrong with that.
Yeah, Harlock has had a series of marriages that ended in death, and he's very young. So you're 27, almost 30 now. Well, you've been on the venture for a while.
I am like I'm millennia year old. So
Yeah, been
no
around for a
wives
while.
thus far.
No, you're still looking for the right one. You know.
I'm still it's taking over a millennia.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to
Sometimes
find
it
one.
takes
If I
time.
don't like them, I can just murder them.
Yeah.
You know,
Get another one. That's if your religion allows that, then it's okay.
Erasmus is cool about death. It's like, it's till death. Until death.
And then after death, whatever's that's your business.
Yep. Till
Alright.
death do we part. That's cool.
He's got to wait 5 days before he can buy the ring anyway, so it's like buying a gun.
Alright, so
It's
I was
dangerous.
attacking a ghoul.
You gotta give him time to think about it.
One ghoul.
Yeah, you were on the trail of one ghoul.
Alright, I have a 23.
That's a hit.
23. 3 plus 3, 6.
So you do 6 damage with your claws.
And I have, I was also a spell attack too. That's 6 again. And a 5. That was the shocking grasp.
Alright, so
was the second.
and then you're out of spells though, right?
I have 1, 2 of.
Alright, we're gonna attack opportunity while you're swooping down attacking this guy. I rolled a natural 1, which means you get an extra attack. Roll it.
Wait, like just already attack?
Yeah, you get 2 attacks this turn because I rolled a natural 1. So he swatted you and missed, you get an attack for opportunity, and then you get your regular attack.
11 and 6, so.
Both misses. And then now I get to swing at you again. 13. So swing and a miss.
Nat 20. Alright, 1 and 2 plus 3, 5.
So 6. Oh, so 2 total, not 1 plus 2.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19 plus 6, so 25 this time.
Yeah, you got me good.
4 damage. And I need you to make a fortitude save.
Alright, that's 20. 16.
Alright, you make the save. You resist blood poisoning.
I can't be poisoned.
Oh, then you're fine anyway. I forgot that was one of your things.
Alright, so I'm gonna attack again.
Alright, go for it.
20. Not an actual 20.
Still a hit though. So do your damage.
7.
7 damage. Alright, it's gonna swing at you again while you're still over its head. That's gonna be a 6. It's not gonna be high enough. It's 6 plus something that's low. So 12, it's not high enough.
Yeah.
So back on you again, as it swats at you and misses.
18.
It's a hit.
3. Plus 3, 6.
It swings to you again, that's a 12, so it's a miss.
Yeah.
It's close, it's getting there.
Yeah.
And you're not doing a whole lot of damage, you're just attacking with claws.
Alright, 23.
That's a hit.
4 plus 3, 7.
7. You've got him on the ropes, as they say.
Rope-a-dope. Don't get me rope-a-dope.
So that's a 10 versus your saves, that's a miss.
16.
That's a hit.
Damn, I'm getting lucky as fuck.
Yeah.
6.
Dead.
Woo!
Actually dead. You've re-murdered this grave risen, and you
So I just gone-
peck out its eyes and eat its soul so that it actually departs to the other world. You make sure that it goes to the other side this time.
Look into my eyes and see the boneyard.
Yeah. You welcome it to its final resting place.
Yeah, alright, so he's gone, and that
You get 1,200 experience points.
Alright, well, that put me over.
Alec Holland, you're in a dark cave. You've woken up from your nap.
Alright.
You're well rested. Your friends are all there.
Lights in the distance?
Well, sort of. Because you have dark vision. It's not lights. Just with your dark vision, you see like the outlines of things. So all you can see is black and white. So it's hard to make out what exactly it is, but it seems like little white dots moving about in the back of the cave.
Can I roll a knowledge nature on that?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell from where you are. Whatever it is, they're tiny. They do seem to be an animal, and you can pick up the fact that it is definitely has like an animal-type movement. Like they're not just falling to the ground, they're flittering about.
Okay.
But whatever it is, it's very small.
Okay.
And there's a lot of them.
I'm going to do a survival check to use my flint and steel. Is there like lichen and stuff on the walls of stuff?
Roll me a survival check, and if it's high enough, I'll say you can gather some lichen. You're a cave guy.
Natural 1.
No lichen.
No lichen, no way.
Can't find anything to light on fire.
Okay, I guess I'll go back and grab some of the scat from the Grimlogs.
Alright, you pick up some poop.
And I'm gonna light that. I'm gonna do a survival check to light that on fire.
Alright, you start a poop fire.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 26 on
Yeah,
survival.
you were somehow, I don't know how, I don't know where you learned this trick from in the woods as a young Oriad, but you are somehow, with that high of a survival skill, able to light poop on fire. You create your own doo-doo fire, which creates a small area of illumination around where you are, about 10 foot of bright light, and then it decreases step by step out from there. But so it's sort of a little bit brighter in the area you are right now, and the white dots are becoming clearer now. You can sort of see them in color into that light, so you're not just using your dark vision, now you're using your actual vision. But they do appear to be some sort of small white insect. They do appear to be now coming this direction.
Oh dear. Okay, well, real quick, I'm gonna hop on my bracer. I'm gonna call for help. Hey, I need help. I need help immediately. Like, I'm trapped in a cave from a Medusa,
and some zombie Grimlocks. Also, don't look at the Medusa because she'll turn you to stone. Heads up. And I need help immediately. I'm in the valley where the Grimlocks, of the Grimlocks. Like, near Potsy.
Harlock knows where that is.
But roll perception.
Yeah, roll perception to see if you hear it, Harlock. Who knows where the Valley of the Grimlocks is?
Nat 20.
Alright, so if you're nearby Cersei at this point in time, which if you're all in the hut, which you were, after your shopping, after your appointment to get jewelry, so yeah, you'll hear the call, and you'll know about the Grimlock Valley. You've been there before. You fled from some Grimlocks. So you think you could probably roll a good enough survival check, whatever that means in real life, to find it again.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you that I've holed myself up into a cave, but there's something coming at me right now, and I think it's a bug. Bugs, multiple, and I need to take out the fire.
Coming, buddy.
So over and out. You're going to be making this a real quick message and then step on the poop.
I step on the poop. Yeah.
You get poop all over your foot.
Is it on fire?
Yeah, it's on fire. So you step in flaming poop, you put the fire out. The insects have come this direction, though. Let's see if they attack you, if they come close enough. Roll percentage chance. 70, which means you are going to get a little bit of an encounter. Let's see how many. I got 12 of these guys in this area that have come close to y'all. 12 swarms of what look like very tiny white moths. All right, roll for initiative.
I got a 14 for me.
I got an 8, so...
Bronze Wizard cast made shield on himself. Alex gonna do the flaming spear and send it away from a.
Alright, so you're gonna roll a bowling ball of fire down the cave and try to draw them away?
Not trying to attack them, I'm just sending it down away.
Alright, so I'll allow that. You roll that, it'll draw them away. They'll follow the ball of fire. You're able to evade the entire attack.
Yeah, I'll move that.
I'll even give you some experience points for that. I'll give you, let's say 200 for being smart enough to know how to get rid of moths.
Then I guess I would head back closer towards the wall I sealed up, but not, like, I would still want to keep my distance from it.
Yeah, you head back towards the entrance to the cavern versus going deeper into the caverns.
Yeah. Yeah, from there I want to set another fire.
Alright, roll a survival check to start a fire.
25, or 26.
Alright, you start a fire.
Can I roll a perception check to see them off?
Yeah, on their way. I'll give you some rounds if you roll a good enough perception check.
But still 15.
Alright, you have 4 rounds until the moths arrive, but they're coming your direction, for sure.
Alright, stamp out the food fire.
Alright, you put out another fire.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna rest until then, because, my god, they're still kind of beat up.
Yeah. Alright, you guys rest. You can do another D8 plus con mod for another 8 hours of sleep as you guys sleep in the darkness of the cave waiting for rescue. What's Archaon doing? You rest in your nest?
I'm rested up.
Yeah, you rest in the nest.
Rest out of my nest. Rest in the nest.
I like
I'm
it.
nesting.
I like it.
Yeah,
it's a good rhyme.
I'm attracting all the other masked birds in the region. I got my breeding plumage on.
Yeah.
It's been 2,000. It's been over 2,000.
Yeah. Your 5 roommates. Your 5 roommates aren't the ones you're interested in, apparently. But yeah, it's late at night in the graveyard. You hear your other bird associates calling.
I got a 7, 18.
It's now your HP. You have all of your HPs.
Alright, cool.
That level up.
So now I'm 2nd level, and I need to get to 3rd level so I can get the fuck out of this bird form. And I put a point in linguistics.
Alright, so with your point in linguistics, I'll give you another language. One language of your choice.
Common.
Alright, you now know Common.
Yay! Monkey language.
Yeah. You've been alive for millennia. You've experienced enough human interaction.
Like basic common, because I don't feel like it.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna be able to speak a whole lot. You're still a bird. It's not gonna be great Common, but you can. I would agree that it's some sort of like broken Common.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, in your night, once again, you dream of Cersei and her location. And the next morning, you wake up.
It's not like I can fucking do anything for Asma. She's like fucking way more powerful.
This is gonna haunt your dreams until you do something about it. That's what your God's doing to you right now. Every night you sleep.
I feel like we should
scout it out. Just check it out, man. Just go see this.
I feel like we should talk.
Alright, pray to Pharasma. What you got to say?
Alright, hey, so, I don't know what you want me to do here, cause, way overpowered. Do you want to, give me, a Murmuradin? Like, a Murmuradin would be able to, kill her pretty easy. I don't even know why you have me doing this. Crazy.
This is, I'm not asking you to kill Cersei, I'm asking you to see if she's a problem. So I feel like she's growing in power, and she is a creator of the undead, a follower of Urgathoa. If she becomes a problem, I just need you to keep an eye on her. I need someone to watch and see how things are going, make sure things don't get out of hand. And if you can just help if you can just be in the Yeah, if you can just be in her periphery and take out any undead she creates.
Well, duh. She's like undead necromancer.
Well, then you're the scout. I'm employing you to follow her and figure this stuff out. I assume that if you show up, she might be excited. I mean, you are a harbinger of death. I don't think that you're in any real danger if you approach Cersei and try to do some more recon.
You actually want me to talk to her?
Yeah. You know,
Alright, I'll do it.
the worst thing
What's
that
your
happens if you die is you come back to the boneyard and have to work your way back to the surface world again.
Hey,
But it's
I
not.
don't get to go.
Hey,
I don't
Archaon,
get
you've been
to
alive for a long time. It's not your first time working your way up the ladder. No risk,
I'm
no
willing to do
reward, I
this.
guess.
Okay, fine.
All right.
I'm gonna go talk to her.
You can speak common now,
Wait.
so no MBD. All right, you fly away from your nest towards the location of Cersei that you've discerned in your mind magically. You see the hut underneath you.
I'm gonna make my whippoorwill call.
All right, so everyone inside the hut can roll a perception to see if they hear that.
19, and Carla, 15.
So 19, 19, and 15, all good enough to hear a bird call outside of your hut. You hear the whippoorwill call that you have been warned about before. It's safe to assume the bird is in your area again, the one that Morgan was talking about.
Or it's like a fucking bird again.
It's back.
I'm gonna
Do you
be
guys
standing
investigate?
right outside the door this time? I am not invisible.
All right, so you've landed in front of the door visibly, and you're making your call right outside the door?
Yeah.
Because if you're close enough, it's probably also going to set off an alarm. So the bird's like setting off an alarm, standing in front of your door, like making a call at you.
No, it's a fucking bird. I'm not
Morgan goes, click. No. I'm just onto the bird. I'm just cocking the gun.
All right, so Morgan cocks her gun. We'll have you ready action shoot, ready action to, you have your finger on the trigger, but not shooting.
Alright, I'll open the door and roll perception. See.
All right, everyone,
What I see.
open the door, roll perception. Everyone wants to look out the door.
We have 19.
29.
Yeah,
Jesus.
you see the bird. You're wearing your goggles of true sight too, right? You see the bird for what it truly is.
A bird.
Alright, well, I'll say, greetings, Harbinger. What brings you to my humble cottage?
I'm here to check you out, bro. Just saying hi, seeing what's going on. Because you're kind of freaking out the people upstairs. And so I'm just saying hey. And what's going on? I'm not your average kind of psycho pom. Yeah, that's what I am, by the way. Nice to meet you. You're a monkey person. And you're all interesting people. And I'm sure I'll like you, even though I hate your guts because you raised Gundam.
I do not care for people, the people upstairs. I only care for what lies below the ground.
That's kind of dinkishness. I'm sure there's like stuff like, for instance, if it DD
What are
is
you
like,
up there, bro?
Roll versus dinkishness.
Is there a dinkishness modifier? All right, so roll a diplomacy with your introduction to Cersei here.
all right. So
Let's see how well this is actually going with the dice roll.
19.
Alright, well, I guess I'm going to roll sense motive, and then I'm going to try to find out what his gods are. Yeah, that's only going to be a 6.
All right, so you don't really know what the bird's after, other than what with the words coming out of its mouth. You don't really know what to believe, why it's saying it. You don't know what its motives are. But you can roll a knowledge religion to maybe figure out what its gods are.
I got 12 on knowledge religion.
I mean, other than the bird seems to be saying some things that conflict with your religion, you may not know what god this bird works for, but it seems to be speaking out against the undead, and you're very pro-undead.
I'll just roll a little intimidate, and I'll be like, I'm not exactly sure what you're up to, but we're always welcome to new people to help us in our fight. So I'm going to roll an intimidate check to make sure you stay in your place and do assist us and not cause any trouble.
That's
All right.
pretty hardcore DC.
Well, that's only going to be 31.
Does a 31 sway you at all as a numerical value?
And tune in next time for more reality-altering numerical values on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater.